Hello everybody, Shelley here. Welcome back. I've got a little over abuse of blush it looks like, but we're gonna balance that out with this really crazy bright colorful 35S Sweet Oasis palette from Morphe. This is ginormous, and if you are someone who doesn't like big palettes with lots of choices, this is not the palette for you. If you are somebody who gets intimidated by color, this just might be the new 2021 post-coronavirus revenge dressing palette. Cover this up. You have over half the palette is neutrals. This side though, that could be darn right intimidating for people who are not used to color. Oh my gosh, I've got to do something with this blush. This is not blended right here. I don't know if that helps, but we're gonna keep going on here. We'll try to come up with some looks. So today I thought I've already filmed a video of a date night look with this. And I used a lot of these turquoisey kind of colors, but I want to play around with some daytime looks. I think that that's, you know, kind of the big test is, can we get some daytime looks, some looks that ladies of a certain age would use? So I figured I'd come up and do 3 looks with the one palette. I'm kind of cheating because it's such a big palette. I don't know, these Morphe palettes really draw me in. They're so beautifully curated and the color stories are usually inspiring. Between the teals and the pinks, kind of more of a magenta, but you've got like some bubblegum pink colors in there and these aquatic colors. I just really felt like this was something that interested me for this summer. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna probably do a little speed up, play some music to get through it faster since we're doing 3 looks. I already have the rest of my face on. I'm not gonna go into details about that. I really wanna do something with this color down here because I never even noticed it before. So I'm gonna actually start with this color right here as my kind of transition shade. It's called Al Fresco. Basically, it's just setting down whatever dregs of concealer, creams, anything else that I had on. It's too close to my normal regular skin tone. Let's get into the color. All right, guys, look number 1, and I do have 4 different shadows on, not an official, I should hide the side so you can see a little bit easier, not an official eyeliner, but I think for a daytime look, we've got a cool neutral. It's still soft enough without being too heavily glam. I think that this works for daytime. I think it's still brightening enough. Little pop of that color kind of warmed it up a little bit. Now, the one thing I would say is the shade Tranquility, this kind of almost like a storm gray here. It was patchy, and it took a little bit, unusually patchy for what I was expecting. So let's do something with some of these crazy pastel colors that my eyes are just drawn to. I am going to start with this shade right here. I normally don't wear pastels. I normally don't like pastels. We're going to dive into the deep end. Okay, you guys, I am not a pastel wearer. I don't like things that are too frosty, too 60s, too 70s, but I do like teals and blues with, sorry, I get a shadow if I do this, but we're just gonna pretend. But I do like the teals and blues up against brown eyes. I think it really can make them pop. You know what? I would wear this. I would wear this out in public. And this would be how I would do pastels. On the movable lid, but really smoked out with a darker color. This brown that's in here, I gotta open it back up again. This brown right here called Shady Spot really, really blended and sheared out beautifully. I am not unhappy with either of these looks, but I've got all these hot pinks and fuchsias in the middle here, so I should probably do something with that. So I'm gonna take this off. I'll be right back with my third and final look. All right, you guys, back. I did put on a little of the Drug Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base. I love this stuff. I tap a little bit on and kind of press it in with my fingers. You can use it with a brush too. I just find that when I want to do something that I really want the color to stand out, I'll use that. And it's become one of my favorites. Okay, we need to do something with all of these fuchsias right here in the middle, but I think I'm going to start with that kind of apricot color. I didn't mean to lie to you guys. I have said over and over and over again, I don't like pastels. And I just did this look. That's not the right lipstick though. My lipstick is probably not exactly the right color, but at least it doesn't compete with the eyeshadow. I lied to you guys. I told you, and I repeatedly told you, that I don't like pastel eyeshadow. I don't know why I don't think of pinks as pastels and eyeshadows, but I did a monochromatic pink eyeshadow look, and I would absolutely leave the house with this eyeshadow. When I first started thinking about doing this palette, I'm like, oh, well, I'll just do all neutrals with a pop of bright color. I did 3 different looks so far, and I think it's really pretty, but I don't know that this is what I really intended. I'm gonna do one more look. I'm gonna do a 4th look in a neutral color scheme. I do like this, but I'm gonna do one more. So, bonus. I'm gonna take this off. I'll be right back with my now 4th daytime look, 5th overall look with this Morphe palette. I'll be right back. This is about the time in my videos where I go, okay, your mature eyes probably don't need this much attention and playing with colors. I did use a little of the, where'd it go? This is the e.l.f. eye base primers type stuff. Feeling a little crepey? Let's do some neutrals. I'm gonna start with this kind of mustardy color. It's called Sandbar. It's kind of a, almost like it has like a little bit of an olive green. Not really martini olive green. You know, this palette, when you first look at it, how do you not see this? Did you know you could get this? The completely normal, neutral, everyday, appropriate to wear to the office, to a meeting. Yes, I did go in with a little bit of the teal on down below. And when I first got this palette, I think that was my intention. I'm like, I'm gonna wear all these neutrals and throw in a pop of these, but I've got this if I wanna amp it up for date night. I'm not upset by this palette, you guys. I am not sponsored, affiliated, endorsed. I don't care if you guys are on a budget, you want to do the Natasha Denona Circo Loco, but don't want to spend $129 on the palette. You maybe even the Zendo $65 palette is too excessive for just a palette that you're going to throw in. Maybe you buy one palette a year and you're really seriously on a budget. I think that this is a really, really good option. Some people are upset with Morphe. A lot of the times it's because of collaborators that they work with. I'm not one of those. I'm just a lady of a certain age wanting to know, can we get multiple looks from the same palette? Does it work for us? Are we going to embarrass our families when we leave the house? Or are we going to feel pretty? It's okay to feel pretty. Especially ladies of a certain age. It's really, really okay to feel pretty. We own this, right? This is us. This is how we feel. Oh my gosh, every time I scoot backwards, I get dark. Okay, guys, final thoughts on the Morphe 35S Sweet Oasis palette. Yeah, for $25, or if you've got a 20% off Ulta coupon, either Morphe site or from Ulta, you can pick it up. They're so easy. I did have to go over it. This one, I had to go over it a little bit more to kind of deepen it up, because I thought when I was blending it too hard, and I ended up kind of lifting some of the product up a little bit. This will be on my face the rest of the day, in fact. Look at a little of the e.l.f. Jan Atkins setting spray. Done. We've committed. And my hair doesn't know what it wants to commit to, but that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know how you guys feel about colorful palettes. Are you okay with introducing a little pop of color every now and then? Do you like to be able to explore with full-on bold colors? Especially when you can get completely neutral, everyday wearable colors on top of it. Do you guys like that kind of combination in palettes? Or are you just strictly cool neutrals, warm neutrals, no color at all? Or are you rainbow bright, all, you guys remember rainbow bright? Rainbow bright, all color, all the time, expressing your creativity and individuality. I would love to know. I didn't mean to sit here for quite so long and film all these. I'm glad I did, because now I'm just even more intrigued by this palette. And it's going to go back on my little vanity for everyday wear. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing really well. And until my next video, bye for now.